The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Hey, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Erin with Fass Brewing.
You're watching InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
That's perfect. We'll start there if my mic will cooperate. Hello, everybody. No, you know what? Let's start over here. Boom. That camera. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Conroe, downtown, beautiful Conroe, Texas, where the fastest growing city in all the world, according to some stats somewhere, or one of them. Fastest growing city in Conroe, at least at one point. Or not in Conroe, obviously in Conroe, in Texas at one point.
Yes.
But downtown Conroe, we are mere steps away from a previous episode at the firm.
Yeah.
We walked down here at the end of that one. It was almost foreshadowing later in the season. And then now we are here, completed in this beautiful tap room. And welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thanks for having me to have you.
Of course.
At your place. Anyway, so Fass Brewing, Conroe, Texas. Let's hear the story. And I'll switch some cameras over here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so...
Where do we start?
Yeah. Wherever you'd like.
Do you remember the beginning?
I think so.
Seems like so long ago.
Yeah. Well, I guess the very beginning would be I started homebrewing like 10 years ago. Whenever I was like 19 years old or so, because I liked IPAs, but I couldn't buy them. But I could buy all the stuff to make them. So that's where I caught really the bug for like actually brewing, and I didn't know what I wanted to do right for a job. So I thought that seems pretty good.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, Erin started homebrewing as well.
Yeah.
It became kind of a family thing. We'd get together and brew in the backyard or in the driveway on weekends and stuff.
So Erin, what's the connection? How are y'all, you said like a family thing.
So Dylan and I are cousins.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm from Arkansas, so I'm cousins with a bunch of people. So, first cousins?
Yes.
Yeah.
On your mother's side, father's side?
My mother, his father.
Right.
Okay, so.
And so my father being the third partner in Fass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So where did the name Fass come from?
It's German for barrel or keg. When you get a beer on draft in Germany, it's served vom Fass.
Oh, cool.
And I went to brewing school in Munich, so there's a little bit of a tie-in there.
Oh.
And we also have these serving tanks behind the bar.
Yes.
And we consider that our vom Fass setup.
There's the part of the tap room. This is just the cozy seating area. As you're watching visually, if you're listening, just trust me. But I wish I'd gotten a shot. I've got pictures. You know what? I can insert. Boom.
B-roll.
B-roll some of that beautiful bean footage there, sir. No, the tap room here, when I walked in, I was telling Dylan, absolutely beautiful. Just
Thank you.
oldest building in all of Conroe. The historic, what's the name of the building? The
Gentry Building.
The Gentry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was after there was a fire or a tornado or a attack of Martians or something, and it leveled the entire city.
Well, yeah, the story goes there was a fire, but I wasn't there, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But 1911, and like February of 1911, there was a big fire that burned down the whole town, and nobody got hurt, so we can celebrate it.
Yeah.
And in October, this was the first building to be built after that. The city mandated that every building needed to be built out of brick, so that's why we're in a brick building.
It is a beautiful brick building, though. It is. I mean, you can see some bricks there on that shot. I mean, you've seen bricks before, but the way it's something about that early 1900s. Like, they built stuff to last. They built.
Oh, yeah.
It was like hardy. Now everything's made of aluminum or something. So, but
and these are this interesting fact. These are like double brick all the way around, and
so inside and out.
Yeah,
like with
two layers of brick, and then we had to get the bricks tested for structural stability because we put some stuff on the roof, and we couldn't test the roof just because of the way it was built. So we built a structure that spanned the parapet walls on the roof, and so to get the structural integrity tested, we took the brick to a brick guy who could look at the brick and
That's
just say, I don't know what it is.
He went to brick school.
Is it a mason? I don't know.
They
I don't know what
lay
his title
bricks.
is.
I don't know what a brick tester is, though.
Compression specialist.
Compressionologist.
Anyways, he handed him the brick, and he's like, "That's a heavy brick." I was like, "Well, the brick guy thinks our bricks are good. That's pretty good."
It's really all that matters.
Yeah.
So it's when the term built like a brick shithouse.
Oh yeah.
Is this? I guess that's what they meant. Double bricked,
Solid,
1911.
heavy.
Yeah, after a fire building.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to think of when I hear that song from him. I'm going to be like, yeah, like Fass. Built like Fass, but with beer and not a place to answer nature's call. We have some beers in front of us. Okay, we're on the wide shot. So we have a Kolsch. I'm starting with the Kolsch. Tell me about the Kolsch as I pick it up. And
You want to talk about the Kolsch? You want me to talk about it?
I'll let you talk about it. You're the one that made it.
y'all have the
got-
authentic. What are those? Stong?
Yeah, staunch.
Stonge.
Yeah.
Okay. My German's a little rusty, as in I don't.
It's all right.
I've seen
I
the
don't
words
know
on
German.
paper. Well, real quick, were you going to school in Germany?
Yeah.
Was it? It wasn't all in German. You didn't have to.
No. So what I went to was a program from the World Brewing Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to school at the Siebel Institute in Chicago.
okay, cool.
And then their sister school, the Doemens Academy in Munich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it as an alum?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That's one of those like things I've looked at online a whole bunch. Like, if I didn't have a job and a mortgage and almost 4 kids now, another one coming in March, I would totally and a wife.
That's why it helps to get into it at 19. Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
That's life advice. Do cool stuff when you're young, because later on there's other cool stuff, but
Not as cool.
different kind of cool. I gotta say that kids are fun and cool.
Yeah.
Christmas was
Yeah.
fun, buying all those presents and
Yeah.
all that. So anyway, no, it's all fun, but it's not. It's a different type of going to Germany and learning to brew awesome beer. Fun.
Yeah. It was definitely like the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Do they
for
have a
sure.
mascot at Siebel? Like the fighting hops or the?
I don't think so. No, I think it's just the director of education is probably the mascot.
Oh, okay.
John
Got like a
Hanfan.
Erlenmeyer flask or something.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, they need something. The fighting flasks or the.
I'll tell them. They definitely need
Do
that.
they have any sports teams like an ultimate frisbee team or something like that?
No.
Okay.
No, they should.
Yeah,
I mean, it's in Chicago, so I don't know what they could have.
Oh, part of the year you could have
Right.
probably a curling team
That could work.
if
Yeah.
you can brave a land sailing. It's very windy there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they call it? The very windy place.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, Windy City.
yeah. Erin, home brewing.
Yes,
What got you into home brewing? Was it this guy or was
it
it?
was.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started brewing in his backyard.
Mm.
I was like, you know what, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I might want to try this myself.
How old were you when you started home brewing?
Like 25,
Okay.
26 in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
a little later.
Yeah. Well, the proper time because it led to this, which is
Right.
pretty sweet.
Definitely.
What was the first beer you homebrewed?
So I started with 2 extract batches. I did an IPA and a stout
Okay.
that I got from DeFalco's.
There you go. No longer with us.
Yep.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
DeFalco's. But many a Houston homebrewer. Did you grow up in Houston?
I did not.
Where'd you
I grew up in Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. How'd you get to Houston? Was it to come do this? Or was it?
No, it's for my other job.
Okay.
My day job.
Ah,
Yeah.
the old day job. Yeah. What about you? Did you grow up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I grew up in like Kingwood, and then lived in
Okay.
like Heights, Montrose for 8 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you live around here now? Did you?
No,
or
I
did you commute?
still live in the Heights and
Okay.
commute up here every day.
Okay. 45 is your friend.
Yeah. Well, I wish the Hardy was my friend more, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's the toll roads are great if you like to drive faster and dispose of unwanted money.
pay $6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I took 99 all the way over here, so it's super fast. People drive like 85, but it's It's like $1 per mile per hour. So,
Yeah.
anyway, but enough silly talk about roads. Let's talk about beer. So your Kolsch.
Yeah, the Kolsch. So let's see. One of our flagship beers is an alt beer. So we don't use a Kolsch yeast for that. We do use like an alt beer yeast from a Dusseldorf brewery. But it was like, well, let's brew a Kolsch too, right? We got the yeast for it lying around that could work.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite beer styles is Pilsner. We can't have a Pilsner on all the time just because of our capacity.
Right.
So I wanted our Kolsch to be a little bit more reflective of a Pilsner. So it's a bit drier. It's a bit paler. It's a bit more bitter and hoppy than a normal Kolsch. We're having some work done on the brew house. So.
Yes. Master electrician.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell the way he walks through. You're like, he knows he's got a mission. He knows what he's doing.
Definitely. I hope so.
Right. So he's like, oh, I'm clueless. It's like, I don't know. I was hired yesterday. Waiting on the guy to come train me. Yes. No. It's is it snappy? It's a snappy Kolsch.
Yeah, definitely. It fills the void of Pilsner, I think, pretty
nice.
well.
It's really nice. I like
Thank
it a lot.
you.
It's a very sippable, quaffable. Shall I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Delectable. There's other words, I'm sure.
You could chug it. If
You could
wanted to.
chuggable,
We'll fill up a can, shotgun it.
shotgunnable,
Yeah.
sessionable. Did I say sessionable? It's 4.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe.
I did, but it is.
Yeah, 4.7.
4.7. That's within the realm of sessionability.
Definitely.
What did you say? Stonja?
Staunch. Yeah.
Staunch or staunch?
Stanja? Pole.
Pole.
Yeah. That's what it translates to.
Now, they have 2 sizes, right? They have the smaller.
Right. Yeah. Traditionally, it'd come in a 33 centiliter glass, which.
Those crazy Germans and their centiliters. What's up with that?
It's like small.
Yeah, I've got a set. I found on there's a website. It's like a home improvement store up in Canada or something, but they sell German, like the small ones, like a set of a dozen.
Nice.
And I had them open in the whole set for about a day and a half, and I knocked one off the shelf, and it just shattered into a million pieces. So now I have a set of 11. But I like them. I like drinking that, but you have to keep refilling them. I think that's the point, right?
That is the point. I mean, it never gets cold, or it stays cold.
Yeah.
Never gets flat.
Don't they like they keep bringing them? Like it's kind of like a Fogo de Chao, but with beer.
Yeah. They do this Dusseldorf and Cologne. They do that. You basically, you just keep getting beers, and they put a little tick mark on your coaster, and then you put your coaster on top of your beer when you're done, and they bring you the check.
Okay.
Never even have to talk to anybody. It's pretty great.
Now, is it true that the waiters that do that, they're like hired guns? They don't actually work for the restaurants, like they're contract
I
workers?
know that's traditional. I don't know if it's still the same. I know that's like a historical thing. They do take their profession very seriously.
Yeah. Well, I like whenever you see like on like the videos and stuff, they have like the faucet style, and they're just one right after the other and just throwing them out like a conveyor belt, but human hands and pouring beers.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go there. Like, I don't know if the beer's better there. I can't imagine beer getting much better than this. As far as like I'm sure it's very good, but this is very good too.
Yeah.
But the fact that all that's going on, I think I would just be.
I think it's better there because you're there.
Yeah.
It's the-
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't, it's not objectively better.
Right.
It's better there.
Yeah, because over here, okay, so you were there. The thought of Germany, you think Ron Heiskebot, you think they're locked into their, the law.
Yeah.
Right? Do they have people like coming in and checking to make sure that they're following exactly to a T?
I don't know. I think it's more of just an unspoken thing. Yeah.
Okay. They don't
and that's really for lagers. I know for ales they can mess
a little
around
more
a little
leeway.
bit. Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't know.
Somewhere somebody in Germany is watching this with the German subtitles on. And just 9. Just getting super like, I don't know German. That's the only 9 is that say no?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I know. I think.
They put wheat in the lagers over there. It's great.
Yeah?
No, they're not allowed to do that.
I didn't.
They can't do that.
I didn't know. Maybe there's some underground stuff. Like they were just told the world, like this is all we do, and then you go over there and it's just this crazy, like
Totally different.
yeah, they're doing just, like milkshake IPAs. And,
You got to go find the speakeasies.
yeah,
Right.
Like Prohibition.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you got to get the fruited sours and the milkshake IPAs and the pastry stout. Like, they're huge into. It turns out they're big into
Hazy Pilsner.
hazy Pilsner, black Pilsners, white stouts.
Oh yeah,
All
all
that.
the good stuff. Lactose Hellas is it's top notch over there.
The fruit smoothie. I don't. Yeah, pills. I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We can go on.
Yeah. So this Kolsch snappy hop profile, is it anything super secret? Or?
No, I mean it's bittered with Magnum and hopped in the kettle with Hersbrucker.
Okay.
And the reason that it's Hersbrucker is because I can't put Mittelfrüh in everything. I really like Mittelfrüh is like my favorite hop in the world.
You should make that a T-shirt and sell it.
Mittelfrüh and everything.
Yeah.
Could work.
Yeah. Or I can't. You could do 2 T-shirts and see which team people line up with.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. But no, delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's super enjoyable on a chilly day. It got cold last night for some reason, and it'll be probably 80 tomorrow. So, but it would be great in any of that weather. So this time of year, when you're downtown Conroe, this is a winner. Definitely. Yeah. What is like wheelhouse for you guys? Like hopheads, or do you love the German? I mean, obviously you have a German named, a lot of German style brewery. Is that close to your heart, like the German styles, or?
For me, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, for me as well. With the home brewing, making 5 gallons at a time, I got more into sessionable. Just didn't really matter what it was, just that 4 to 6% range, so I could drink it.
Yeah, that whole. I just brewed 5 gallons. I'm so proud of it, but then 10 minutes later, you want something different.
Yes.
You start making friends fast.
And then you get too many. You get all these different beers, 5 gallons of them. Like, how do I get through all of this?
Yes. Yeah, you do need good neighbors. Yes. That's what you need. You need neighbors that are friends, but not too close of friends, where they're there just when the beer's there.
They just come fill up the growler and go home.
Yes, that sort of thing. That's kind of what you need. Man, I got a very... Okay, there we go. Microphone just not cooperating today. Normally Mike's here, the TD Mike on assignment today to fix his eye. Get well soon, Mike. He's normally with us, but not today.
Yeah.
You'd see him running around. And then he'd be mad that I said something about him. He's like, no, don't even say anything. So,
I'm sad we missed him.
Yeah. He's a great dude. He'll be here. Getting married in just a couple weeks. So.
Congrats, Mike.
Congratulations.
Yeah. He and Kate getting married. It's on my calendar. I know the date. So
You'll get a reminder on your phone the day before.
Oh, I have an
Rent
hour
a tux.
Yeah, I got an hour to be there. Let's. I should probably get moving. Just finish mowing the yard and go. So Conroe. We found Conroe. How did Conroe become the place where Fass Brewing calls home? What's the story there?
It's really this building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you said earlier about Conroe's growing, right? That's part of it too. Like we're hedging our bets on that this downtown area is gonna prosper.
I think it's a good bet, strong bet. Like,
yeah, because we were looking around, we weren't even really aware that Conroe had a downtown.
Right.
I'm the same way. We did the show down at the firm, and I was like, I looked around and I was like, I don't know that I've ever actually been in downtown and hanging out. I mean, we've done podcasts at the other Conroe, Montgomery County breweries.
Yeah.
But you don't come to downtown, and like lo and behold, downtown's a happening spot. There's a lot going on down here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's really picked up in the last year or so.
Yeah, well, it's a cool. It's walkable. There's a lot of cool shops and restaurants and bars, and obviously a brewery.
Yeah.
Which is the best spot.
Yeah. Well, we're friends with everyone.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the people that watch this show, this is the best spot.
Definitely come here.
Yeah, for sure.
And then come back another time and visit the other stuff, but come here first. Yeah.
Now, is there, as far as walking around with a beer, can you do that downtown?
You can't.
Typically, no.
Sometimes for special events, they'll like shut the street down, or not even just festivals, but like New Year's, World Series, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you can.
They've been having different block parties lately, so where they'll shut down this block here, and us in the corner pub and Red Brick.
Yeah, we got a shout out to Red Brick Tavern, just right here.
So I'll just kind of open it up and have our own little patios kind of connected.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
and the firm as well is usually included in that.
Yes,
yeah, they're just half a block.
Yeah, they're just right there, and that's gives you, if you've had a bunch of beer, and you want to really get nuts, and you gotta have some mead because that stuff hits you so fast because it doesn't taste like it. It's 9, 10, 15%. It's mead's dangerous.
Definitely.
Yeah. Dangerous.
It is.
Mm-hmm. But good.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we have another beer over here that this shows as we're recording. This is a special thing. Like it's like super like exclusive. Nobody else has ever tried this beer outside of people that work here, right? And
we'll go with yes.
Yes,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Of course. But this one getting as the show's released this week, and if you're watching way in the future, check the tap list. But Vienna Lager.
Yeah.
So, tell me about a Vienna Lager.
That's Erin's recipe, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, same kind of lagering process. Just a little bit, use some darker malts, get a little more breadiness in there. So still crisp,
Yes.
but very bready.
Yeah. I like it.
And a good dose of saws as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, lagers to ales. Timeline longer for a lager, but how long do you lager? Is that would you want a lager longer, or what's
Our lagers take 8 weeks,
okay?
which is a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Partly because of the yeast that we use. Something magical happens around like 6.5, 7 weeks that just really sets the beer into its own.
Okay.
We could do it quicker if we use a different yeast and some different techniques, but we're going for our lagers like very traditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we also have that benefit of serving out of the bright tanks.
Right.
So it's still sitting there lagering, and it just gets better
Okay.
as it sits.
As long as it lasts.
Yeah.
People don't drink it all up.
Yeah.
Like the Pilsner was gone in 3 weeks.
Yeah. It takes 8 weeks to make, 3 weeks to sell. So that's unfortunate. I mean, it's
a good,
but
right? It's better than the other side, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's. I mean, when it's gone that fast, but they're a labor of love, but they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would reach for over anything. I like IPAs as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, Pilsner, Vienna Lager, Helles, things like that are what I really like.
Yeah. I go through phase, like, I'm sure everybody kind of has their own version of this, but when you first get into craft beer, it was like depending on when you got into it, what was available, right? When early aughts, 03, 02, 03, 04, something like that. Yeah, so it was like amber ales and brown ales, and then you got into the stouts, and then you kind of figured out that IPAs were like, once you got over the hit you in the face kind of, part of IPAs, then it's like, then you started to like them. Mm-hmm. And then after IPAs, I think it was sours, and after sours, you're like, oh, I need some, and then you find a crispy like Pilsner or something, lagers become it. It's kind of like that full circle, because technically, I guess, before you got into craft beer, you were drinking lagers.
Yeah.
But they weren't. They just were.
They're adjuncted and
brewed
high gravity and all that.
Yeah. But but lagers are fantastic. I can see why they took over the world the way they did.
Oh yeah, was it like something 96 or 97% of the beer brewed in the world is Pilsner?
Yeah.
Lager.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. Like when you think about what was being made beforehand, and probably didn't have like the most technology to really dial in some of those styles. And then I don't know. It makes you wonder, like the Germans, like Hefeweizen and stuff like that. Maybe it just didn't have the mass distribution for people in America. Like, were people drinking Hefeweizen in America back in 1880?
No, they were trying to drink Pilsner.
Yeah.
But I think that's where like cream ale, sort of thing came from, is because all that imported barley costs a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So cut it with some adjunct, some corn.
Yeah.
And it lasts a little longer.
Didn't have a lot of refrigeration.
And let's add a little bit more alcohol in it too. Why not? The American way.
Cream ale. So cream ale. Do y'all have a cream ale? Did I see that?
We do. Yeah.
The Foss's finest.
Yeah.
So what is it's about a percentage point higher, right? Than let's say like the Kolsch.
Yeah.
Like a 5. I say 5 at my glass at 5.8.
5.6.
5.6.
Yeah.
I have a little haze on my glass. I cooked a steak yesterday, like in the skillet, and so I have some It's not as bad as it was, but probably should have cleaned my glasses. Great steak, though. Anyway.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. Actually, I cooked it at like 6 in the morning because I had to take my daughter to basketball practice at 5:30 and before school. Thanks, Coach. And but, you get started on your day. And I was like, my brother-in-law actually gave me a steak. He dry-aged it, and they're friends with some. Anyway, nobody cares about that. But anyways, I got this great steak. It was just sitting there looking at me. I'm like, I'm going to have that for breakfast.
Yeah, why not?
So I set it out. It was good. But now I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going with all of that. Anyway, Vienna Lager is very good.
Thank you.
So how much of this is available? Like, like when you brew like?
We have a 5-barrel brew house.
Okay.
We try to knock out a little bit more than that. I brewed Pilsner yesterday and did about 6.5 barrels.
Okay.
So what's that? 155 to 180 gallons or so.
Which translates to 700.
It was around
pints?
1,200 pints.
1,200 pints in a 5-barrel batch, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good amount.
Yeah. It's enough for seconds. You can come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody gets one, and
Enough to where I don't feel bad drinking it.
that's cool. So, all right, we're gonna hit pause real quick, then we'll focus on a couple new beers.
Yeah.
And we'll get into more of the Fass story. Fass Brewing, Conroe, Texas.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to this episode of InterBrews while we're getting our refills. This is where I take my time to remind you of InterBrews Patreon page. You can go to patreon.com/InterBrews or interbrews.com/Patreon and join today for as little as $1 an episode, exclusive content, dozens of shows, and so much more. All right, let's get back to our interview at Fass Brewing. Thanks for listening.
Okay, we're back with new beers. You never knew we were gone until I told you that. Maybe you did, but all right. So we have the Old Town, the German Amber Ale,
Right.
or the Alt.
Yeah.
You're
Dusseldorf style alt beer.
Dusseldorf. Is that the Dusseldorfer? Is it also the name, or is that a different? Do people call it the Dusseldorfer?
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Okay.
They could.
Maybe. I don't. So, okay. I feel like with German beers, there's Berliner Weiss, named after Berlin, right? Or there's other towns that have
Kolsch.
Yeah,
Kolsch is Kuln.
Yeah, Cologne and how do you say it?
Kuln.
Kuln.
Yeah.
Or is it Cologne?
That's the American one. Yeah.
It sounds like Old Spice. There's another one, right?
I mean, a lot of people say Munich style Dunkel or Munich style Helles.
Helles, yeah.
Yeah.
Munich. Okay.
But Dunkel is dark and Helles means pale. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, is that it? Is that all the town? Like, what's another? Is there a Frankfurter, like a Frankfurter IPA or something?
I think let's see, Bamberger's Rauchbier, Goza is Leipzig.
Yeah. Well, the Goza, isn't that a river though? As
Yeah,
well?
right.
But then it
The
moved
Goza.
to late. I read the book.
Yeah, we've got it over there. I
Yeah,
think.
Fal's been on the show before.
Yeah.
Fal from Anderson Valley.
Oh, nice.
He wrote that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
And they make good Gozas at Anderson
Definitely.
Valley.
Yeah.
So, anyway, any thoughts on doing some of like a Berliner or Goza or something?
We'll do a Goza in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be like such a big deal to do sours or anything like that in house with your clean
Ow.
styles. Has it gotten easier to isolate that kind of stuff or what?
Yeah, and I think we'll probably use Philly sour, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Lallemand makes a yeast that it's a Saccharomyces cerevisiae yeast, but it produces lactic acid bacteria down to like a 3.5, 3.6 pH.
That's crazy. So like just yeast now,
Yeah, and it was found in the wild too. It's not
Really?
it's not modified or anything. It's natural. It's pretty crazy.
that is crazy. Like
Yeah.
how much yeast has changed in like Quebec and well, I mean, I don't know. That's
Right.
really the only other option or only other.
We've got
example.
we've got a bioengineered IPA on right now that uses a thiolized yeast strain.
What does that mean?
So certain yeast strains will have a gene in them that is dormant that will convert bound thiols into free thiols.
Of course.
And labs have gone in and basically activated that gene.
So like the X-Men of yeast.
Basically, yeah.
Essentially. So
yeah.
like a Wolverine beer.
Yeah. Or Storm or something, I would think.
Okay. Is that
close?
I don't want to. They have their different personalities, right?
Yeah.
A Wolverine beer seems like it would be very aggressive.
Yeah.
So Storm, I mean, aggressive at times, but still more reserved than a.
Resilient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Resilient and cheesy one-liners. If you go with that first movie, like about the frog, you remember that one? Like what happens to a frog when it gets struck by lightning?
I can't say I've seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're not missing out. That was back when you had. It was funny because Wolverine actually, as he's gotten older, Hugh Jackman, he looks better because when he first he was kind of chubby. He was chubby Wolverine. So it's. But yeah, the cheesiest line. I was watching it with my daughters a couple years ago. They kind of got into all the superhero movies. I'm like, y'all should watch this one. This was like the first big one, like of the new, not the old like Superman movies, but like the new era, right? And this line, she asked the frog guy, what's his name? Toad, I think is his name. Anyway,
The Toad guy.
Yeah, the Toad guy. He's like, do you know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? And you're waiting for this like pivotal moment and this like, aha, she's got you kind of thing. Same thing as everything else. And then she gets struck by lightning, and it's like, all right. I mean, technically true, I guess, I suppose. As long as you're just, talking about living biological creatures and not like a, piece of metal or something.
I don't think most superhero movies are heralded for their scripts, typically. No. The screenwriting is...
That's true. You got me there. All right. New beers on the table as my mic is just not cooperating right now. I'm going to stop talking about it, though, and just deal with it. It's actually out of the way to drink, so it might actually be a better thing. The Old Town German Amber Ale. So who wants to speak on this one? Dylan?
I'll take it, yeah.
You spent a lot of time creating this one.
Yeah, that's definitely like my baby. I've worked on that beer for a long time. It's a Dusseldorf style alt beer, pretty straight up. Got a lot of bitterness in it. Very refreshing, and that's a very Fass thing for us, is to always go a little bit more bitter than the higher end of the spectrum.
But I wouldn't, like somebody listening, I wouldn't put it at not like an IPA. Like when it's maybe for the style, I guess. It's very well balanced. I like. It's very nice.
Thank you.
Anyway,
yeah.
Continue on.
The really cool thing about that beer is, so we definitely always wanted to brew an alt beer. I was even working on test batches for an alt beer before we opened, and when we got the water report for this building, we sent the water in to get it tested at a lab, and we got the results back, and the water profile here is almost identical to Dusseldorf.
Really?
Yeah, so we don't mess with the water on that beer at all. We acidify it just a little bit just to get a better mash efficiency, but
that's another selling point for Conroe.
It's good water.
Yeah. So is the water? So you're very close to Lake Conroe,
right?
It's not Lake Conroe. Do you get Lake Conroe water, or is it like from a different?
I think we get a mix of lake and wells.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I've swam in Conroe before, so I've tried. I don't know if I can identify it in the. But
the other cool thing about that beer is the name. Is Old Town, obviously, like Conroe is an old town, but what that translates to in German is Altstadt, which is the area of Dusseldorf where most of the breweries are.
Okay. So I saw there's a brewery here in Texas with the same name.
Right. It's great brewery.
Yes, Altstadt in Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
And really cool. If you're in Fredericksburg, I recommend going to visit. It's super cool. Great people working there too. Anyway, probably do a show there. And my brother-in-law lives in Fredericksburg, so I have a place to stay when I go. That's probably the main reason we go so often.
Okay, yeah.
Because I have a place to stay. But it was always like when you hear people in Fredericksburg or anywhere else, Altstadt.
Yeah.
Pronounce that again. Altstadt.
I think that's close.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like old world languages, German, French, even the way that the British speak English compared to the way we do, it just has more. What's the word?
Elegance.
Panache. Would panache
Yeah.
something like that? Not that we say it wrong.
Right.
Because if they came here and said Houston or something like that, we'd laugh at them.
Or squirrel.
Yeah. Something.
It's squirrel.
Yeah. That's lunch. Just kidding. Anyway. It's a very delicious beer. 4.8, right? Am I seeing that right? 4.8?
Yeah.
Would go great with sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great sandwich beer. Smoked turkey or a ham. Some smoked ham or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a good beer for food, for sure.
Speaking of, like, this is one of those styles, when you get malty, they kind of, if you follow that spectrum across, it would kind of bump into some, I don't like smoky character later. Like, what are your thoughts on smoked beers? Do y'all have, some people love them, some people are.
I love them. I think
Yeah.
Erin likes them too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not as much as you, but
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
I love them. I mean, they're fantastic. Whenever I was in Bamberg, our hotel was literally across the street from Schlenkerla.
Mm-hmm.
So spent a good night at Schlenkerla. That was fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. We might brew a little like 5 or 10 gallon batch of Rauch beer and see how that works out. But
Yeah, it's one of those things where either people love it or they hate it.
right.
And
I don't. It's interesting to me because people love smoked meats.
Yes.
People love cigars.
Yes.
People love other things that are smoky. But if you put it in a beer, for some reason, a lot of people are adverse to it.
I wonder if it's just like they don't expect it. It's like you got to kind of say,
intense smokiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you did like a, I don't know, like all smoke. Like well, okay, so smoked beers, if you have it with something like barbecue,
Yeah.
you kind of miss out on the smoky element of the beer. At least that's what I've found.
Yeah.
Is that you're already getting that element, so it kind of, I don't know, it doesn't shine quite as much in the beer.
I think it's similar to sour beers that, it really takes a few drinks for your palate to get adjusted to the smokiness to where it's not as, smack you over the face like smoke flavor.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan. I like them. I had one we went to Fredericksburg for New Year's, but in Johnson City,
Okay.
Pecan Street had a Rauch beer that was good. Really good, actually. Yeah, they're good. I like
Yeah.
them. What do you think? What base style? Like, would you do just like a smoked version of Old Town, or what do you think?
I don't know. Probably write just a whole new recipe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference from something? So say like this beer, if you're building a Rauch beer, Rauch.
I think German would be Rauch beer.
Rauch, okay.
Yeah,
A
but
smoked beer. If you were
smoked beer, yeah.
okay. Where would you start? Would you go lighter or darker?
Probably the similar color
The
to Old
amberish,
Town. Yeah, dark amber.
Okay.
I'd probably use a lager yeast in it though. That's a lot of those are lagers.
Okay.
So,
just because that's traditional style, or does it?
Yeah, I mean, why mess with it?
Okay.
Yeah. Cool thing that Brewery Schlenkerla does is they make they smoke their own malt in house, and then they make all their different Rauch beers, and then they brew a Helles as well that they don't use any smoked malt in. They just repitch the yeast that had already fermented a Rauch beer, and it gives it a pretty delicate smoky flavor. That's super nice. I'd love to do something like that, but then you got to sell 2 smoked beers.
I think there's a way. I think people are open. Like, you got bratwurst here. Let's talk about food real quick while we're talking about a beer that goes so great with food.
Yeah.
Right? So you got a whole menu here, and you've got wines too. Oh.
Yeah. Food, we just have like little snacks basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and for the kiddos, you got the house-made root beer that you brought in this morning.
Yeah.
Was that just like you had a crazy night last night and went on a root beer bender, or what was going on there?
No, I make that with my son.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's him being involved. He loves doing that.
How old's your son?
He is 3.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so tell us about the root beer. Is there anything in the root beer that a little special, like secret? Well, that won't be so secret now if you tell us. But
Not really.
okay,
I mean, loaded up with sugar, and
all the kids love it. Turns
There
out
you
kids
go.
love sugar.
for some reason they keep coming back for it.
Do you put any like different root beers? Some have like some mint kind of thing going. Some have some vanilla.
Yeah, ours is more our vanilla. We don't really. I played around with it some, trying to add cinnamon and some other things, but to me, vanilla is still just the classic root beer.
Yeah.
Vanilla and maltodextrin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a big complex sugar in there to make it round.
Get a little creamier.
Yeah.
Malted dextrin. So is that like what's in Whoppers?
Maltodextrin.
Oh, I thought, okay.
So that's what I think. It's a 6-chain sugar. It's a complex sugar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that just...
I think it's called maltodextrin because it's typically that's wort composition is a lot of maltodextrin.
It's similar to like a dried malt extract.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do y'all have any vanilla ice cream in house for that?
I've been meaning to bring up the ice cream maker.
Yeah.
Try it out.
We do. We get that a lot, actually. Yeah.
Well, we're smack dab in the middle of winter, but we're like a day and a half away from it being 90 again. So, prime root beer season is all year.
Oh yeah.
Root beer float season. So bratwurst with sauerkraut or a pretzel bun. Snack mix. Ooh, a pretzel. Pretzels. Are those soft, chewy, delicious pretzels?
They're. We get them from a bakery in the Heights,
Okay.
Craftsman.
Oh, cool.
They're also in a historical building, and they also do things very traditional.
So are you in like a group you only associate with other people in historical?
No, they seem like a good fit for us, and honestly, they have the best pretzel that we tasted of any wholesale bakeries.
That's what counts.
Yeah,
It's got to be yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the cheese? Do you do like beer cheese or like a cheese queso kind of thing, or do you like the mustard? Which would you
queso and a stone ground mustard?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, or do you just go back and forth?
I like them both.
I think you got to do both.
Yeah. We always give everybody both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the snap of the mustard, like the stone ground, like the little, like that old world style mustard that has little things, that little beads that pop.
Yep, that's what it is. Yeah.
Those are. I love that. Like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that tastes like mustard, and then it like pops. It's tart, and it kind of plays with the saltiness of the pretzel and the chewiness of the actual bready part.
Mm-hmm.
Pretzels are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like we're still we're still new. We've only been open like 2.5 months or so we're still working on maybe expanding the food menu or getting food from another local place.
That's historic building.
Yeah, well, I mean around here. But one of the things that we knew was no question we have to have a really good pretzel.
Yeah.
Because what goes better with alt beer or Kolsch or Pilsner or even IPAs.
You know the story behind the shape of the pretzel?
Something about monks, right?
Yeah. Well, one, you can wear it, right? But the shape is supposed to be praying, like the shape of praying or something like that. At least some book said that. I don't know.
I'll believe it.
Yeah, it sounds good. I like it.
Good.
Anywhere I can, put the beer and religious belief together.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of my wheelhouse to justify, to my mom. Like, Mom, beer's, it's basically Sunday school in a glass.
yeah,
And
it's
then
wholesome.
I tell her about the pretzel, and she's like, okay. And then I have to come up with something else the next time. It's brewed by monks. Christian monks.
I hear communion wafer. That's the next big adjunct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
communion
There you
wafer
Pastry stout.
pastry stuff. Anyway. No, I bet you that's coming, right? Maybe aged in a red wine barrel?
Oh, it has to have been done.
Yeah, somebody should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what brewery would do that. There's breweries that are in old churches and things like that.
Probably be like Omnipolo or Evil Twin if they haven't done that already.
Yeah. Okay.
I
There you
know,
go.
St. Arnold, if anyone from there is listening,
Yeah.
it's a good idea for you.
A wafer pastry stout aged in a red wine barrel.
There you go.
Call it communion. Just communion. Do they have a communion? Maybe that name's already taken. Actually, I think maybe St. Arnold has one called communion. I don't know.
Sounds like it.
Maybe. All right. On to something else. Schwarzbier. Schwartz.
Yeah,
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Yeah.
Are you drinking the Schwartz beer?
I am.
I see that your glass of Schwartz is bigger than mine. Eh? So you don't get that every day?
No, I've only heard it a few times.
I don't think I've.
The Spaceballs reference.
Yeah. almost dribbled on myself. But with y'all being cousins, somebody coming in, I hear that you're my cousin's brother's, uncle's, friend's, neighbor's former roommate. I feel like that would be like an everyday thing. I'm going to drive up here just to do that, knowing that y'all have this beer and y'all are cousins. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's been too long. I got to go make that pun, reference, whatever. You know, I'm a sucker for that, though. Schwarzbier. Tell us about what is a Schwarzbier and why is it so delicious?
Yes, it's a traditional black lager. So do you use Pilsner as the base on this?
Yeah, Pilsner, light Munich, and dark Munich.
So you're using a darker malt, but not something like roasted barley that's going to give you a lot of roast. So it's mellow, not roasty, but still gives you the color and while retaining the lightness of a lager.
Yeah, as opposed to a stout where the bitterness will come from the roasted malt, this is closer to a Pilsner where the bitterness comes from hops.
Yeah.
Well, I like. This mic's giving me time. I gotta quit talking about this stupid mic. Anyway, it's fine. You're doing a great job. No, it's so in Germany. I'm going to keep asking you about being in Germany because I've never been there, and just like I've never been to a lot of places, and so I assume you're an expert on it because you've been there. How popular is Schwarzbier?
Not at all.
No.
I mean, they have them, right? But everybody just drinks Helles. At least in Bavaria, everybody drinks Helles.
Is that? Oh, excuse me. That's when you start asking a question before you finish swallowing. So that's where you were for.
Yeah.
What's that called? It's not Siebel. The
Domans.
Domans.
Or Dumans. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Munich is just outside of Munich.
Okay. So
Yeah.
with German beers, the different styles are very regionally based, at least historically, right?
Yeah.
So southern Germany, Hefeweizen, and then, Goza's, like Leipzig is kind of. Is it still like that today, or do people brew everything all around?
I think it is, but I mean, Helles and Pilsner have really just dominated
It's just
everything. Even in Cologne or Dusseldorf or Bamberg, where you have those, historic styles. A lot of people still drink Helles, still drink Pilsner.
I feel like at least the Kolsch would be. It had more resistance because it's not. I mean, it's similar. It's a little, fruitier, that kind of thing, but it's. But I can see why things like Hefeweizen they're so different from just a clean Pilsner or Helles or something. But.
Yeah, I mean, you do see Hefeweizen over there, Weissbier, drink in the beer gardens, but yeah, not as much. I mean, it's, I don't know, you see one Weissbier for every 40 or 50 Helles. Probably.
It makes sense, I suppose, just from a mass deal. All right, so did you ever watch there's a documentary about Stone trying to go over to Germany and open their
I don't think so.
brewery over there. It's called
in Berlin.
Yeah, the Beer Jesus of Berlin or something like that. Greg, is it Cook?
Cook.
Is it just
I think
Cook?
it's Cook. Yeah.
I know there's Jim Koch and Greg Cook, and they're spelled the same way, K-O-C-K, and so I never can remember which is which on the proper pronunciation. But anyway, the documentary is actually pretty good because he goes over there and they open this beautiful brewery in Berlin and then just got their asses handed to them because the German, he was like, we're going to come over here and revolutionize beer in Germany with American-style IPAs and things like that. And it didn't work out.
Yeah, they closed it, right?
Yeah, I think BrewDog took it over, and I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
I lost. I'd not say I lost interest. I don't know. But BrewDog's an interesting deal. I don't know are they still craft? I don't know what that. I mean, more like hotel.
Yeah,
people?
I mean they're kind of all over the place now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know there's some I don't know about controversy, but people have opinions on them.
Yeah.
And I don't know enough about what they got going on to have an opinion on it. So.
Right. Well, I can't. I mean, I remember trying some of their beers. It used to be. There was a time when it was even with beers outside of Texas, it was a big deal when we got them in the market.
Oh yeah.
And now when I see somebody's releasing a beer in Texas, I'm like, I think we've already got beers that are at least as good as that style already here. I don't think. I'm not going to say good luck to you, but I don't know. Is that a wise thing to try to come here and do that?
I mean, it's crazy how much the distro market has changed in the last couple of years. It's the things that these kids got on the shelves these days and have access to. It's like, man, you just go buy some Modern Times IPA just on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, they're great beers, right? And I've had this conversation before. It's like, when's the last time you had a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale? Still a fantastic.
Like last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you could go a long time. Simply, even if you're just trying to try other local stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
We've got, and the brewing has gotten so good. You guys, prime example. I mean, you've been open 2 months, and these are just spectacular, spot on, great beers. There used to be kind of like when a brewery opened, you're like, give them a little bit.
Yeah.
Depending on where like some people were, had been in the industry or whatever for a long time, but that was a big deal. You always knew about them coming up, but then like the new guy in the little neighborhood spot or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, give them a little bit to figure out the recipes or whatever. There's none of that anymore. You got people.
I think if you're opening a brewery these days, you better be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot more competition now.
Yeah.
But I mean, you are, and I love how everybody has their own personality. Just like you guys have your brewery. I mean, you two obviously have your own personalities because you're people, right? I mean, look at those socks. But but like the brewery itself has its own personality. When you walk into this building and you see the tanks and you see the beers and like you kind of the building itself, like the ceiling. Yeah, that's the original ceiling from 1,000 years ago or however long it's been. Math is not my strong thing, but it's just it has this awesome feel. Like here at the downtown Conroe, big wide the wide sidewalks. Way to go, Conroe! You can like 3 or 4 people shoulder to shoulder, and you're not just that lone guy walking back behind everybody trying to.
I mean, we can have a patio because of it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, so you've got your patio stuff right there, ready to go. And you open today as we record at 2:00.
Yeah,
2:00.
So hours and days you're closed on.
Closed on Mondays, so that we can brew because the brew house is in such close proximity to the tap room. It's either close on Mondays and brew, or I show up at 4 a.m. and brew before we open, which that does happen also. poor planning makes that happen.
So if you were to brew while people were here, would it just be like overwhelming, just brew aroma?
Yeah, probably. I think we'd get some complaints about the smell, and it's a bit of a fishbowl.
Yeah, the steam in the summer.
Yeah. You could probably market that as like a healthful thing.
Like beer sauna.
It's beer sauna.
Just safety glasses, please.
Yeah, and no flip-flops.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could out here, right?
Yeah, out here.
Sure. Out here,
yeah. Maybe do like hot beer yoga. I don't know. You got tile floors. Just don't slip. Bring your own mat.
Safety boots as well.
Safety boots.
Yeah, rubber boots.
You should combine hot beer yoga and bring in goat yoga while you brew like a Bach. And just bring it all full circle.
Okay. And serve hot beer also.
And goat cheese. Bruschetta or whatever, the toasts or whatever.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing. I don't know. It's a work in progress, maybe.
I think hot beer could catch on, though. We might start something there if we did hot beer.
They do hot sodas like in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can actually get them out of I have a friend that does a soda podcast.
Yeah.
The Popcast. He's called the Soda Jerk. Anyway, check it out, Aaron Manahan. But he was on the show a long time ago, and he doesn't drink beer, but I got him some beers that he likes. So that was one of those moments where I was like, yes, you got to evangelize a little bit with beer. But he said over in Japan you can get like hot Dr. Pepper out of this machine. Like you just go and you hit the button and it fills a cup and it's hot Dr. Pepper.
Have to try that.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, just warm it up. I don't know how carbonated. I guess like
that's what I was wondering. I don't know how it'd be. Must either just not have much, or it just goes away really quick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I Dr. Pepper like syrup or something for pancakes. I've heard that's
Dr. Pepper baked beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother lives in Japan right now,
oh, really?
So I have to have him. I mean, you can get basically anything out of a vending machine.
I was going to say they have like everybody like all of the things. You get like a live octopus out of one.
Probably if you go to the right spot.
Yeah,
That's
the specialty stores.
Yeah,
Now I'll send him for out looking for a hot soda.
Hot soda and sushi out of or whatever.
No, then they probably have it in cans too, and it's got a little like widget in it,
Heat
like the
widget.
Guinness thing. Yeah, you open it and it heats it up
Like a
automatically.
hand warmer
Yeah,
inside,
there you go. It's a combination.
hermetically
hand warmer
sealed
soda.
inside of the. What's in a hand warmer that causes it to get hot?
No idea.
Me neither.
You're asking
Yeah.
the wrong questions
figured
here.
it's just
Nobody.
Listen, you went to Siebel. I thought they covered that in like semester 3.
Yeah,
you
that's
had a science class, right?
yeah.
What was the coolest part about Siebel, other than just the beer?
The friends we made along the way.
Oh.
Yeah, probably like all the classmates and everything.
That's cool.
It's a pretty eclectic group of different experience levels, and
Were most people in your class going to open their own brewery, or they were just trying to get into the industry, or have you kept up with that?
yeah, some of them were trying to open a brewery. Some were just getting into the industry. Some of them already worked at like a large brewery. We had a person in our class that worked at Genesee, and they sent him to school. Yeah, it was a pretty good mix. And yeah, I keep up with a lot of them still.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to have people outside of the local sphere to ask questions to.
Yeah. Yeah, that is cool.
You had a good group of teachers, right?
Oh,
A
yeah.
good mix of teachers. So
Yeah. I mean, every module that we had different teachers. That was pretty cool.
Were there any big name teachers? Like, did they bring in like celebrity?
We had a class with Randy Mosher.
Okay.
Yeah. that
Hey,
was
he's been on
pretty
the
cool.
podcast before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Talked about tasting beer.
Yeah.
You know.
It's funny. We go. He has he's part owner of a brewery in Chicago,
The-
Forbidden Root.
Okay, yeah. He's
And-
like 3. He's got like 3 different breweries as part.
Yeah, I think so.
Is one
But
with a rabbit in there somewhere?
not sure.
Rabbit. Anyway.
But us as about half of the class went to Forbidden Root, and he was there in the back, and him and some of the crew were opening some bottles, and we went back there and hung out with them. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm so excited to come and teach y'all's class on Wednesday." And we're like, "What? You're teaching us a class?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess it was a surprise."
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. And
Yeah, he's awesome.
Just ready to talk anytime about beer. That's like, he's a great teacher. Like, I would imagine he's a really good teacher.
Yeah, of course we did. It was a pairing course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't remember which number that episode is, but it's out there. Just
Yeah, let's check it out.
Randy Mosher on InterBrews. Audio only though, not in beautiful HD like we are now.
4K,
Yeah, 4K 3D. Eventually,
HDR 10 plus.
surround sound and video, all of it. I'm still enjoying this beer as it warms up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that one, like 45, 50 degrees is a sweet spot for that.
These glasses fit in the palm of your hand just so, and warm up nicely.
They definitely fit in the palms of a lot of people's hands because they get stolen quite often.
Do they? Is that?
we're down about 50%, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that, people.
Well, just so happens our coolest glass is also our smallest one. So
Okay.
And we have the least of them.
yeah.
Will they just palm it and walk out, or just?
I don't know. If I saw them doing it though, I'll tell them.
Would you tackle them on the way out?
No, I'd be. Excuse me, sir, or ma'am.
Okay. As we sit here, we've probably seen 20, 25 people walk by.
Yeah.
We're here today's Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on a Friday, just midday, like literal midday, and just all the hustle and bustle of Conroe. Y'all open at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine some of these people looking at just not wanting to go back to work. I think they're on their lunch break or something. Ever
Yeah.
consider a lunch opening or anything like that?
We've thought about it. We need to get more food for that,
Yeah.
for sure. We've thought about it because, 2 to 4 are pretty good hours for us on weekdays.
I would imagine on a Friday especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been back from the holidays for 4 days. It's time for a break.
Yeah.
You don't want to go full 5 days, 5 just hard full days. Wade back into that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did y'all have a good Christmas? Good New Year?
Pretty
It's
good.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. How about you?
It was good.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say, but yeah, my mom was in town. She says hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. She didn't actually, but.
Get any cool gifts?
Well, my wife and I got each other a new bed.
There you go.
which is the first new bed and mattress and all that stuff we've had in 20 years. We've had the same mattress for 20 years. So that commercial that says after 8, I think it's marketing, or it could be we just had a really old, gross bed.
We use a sheet, so it's fine.
Yeah, you don't sleep right on the bed.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it's probably the best gift. We unwrap it every day or every night, and then rewrap it in the morning, and then unwrap it again. So it's like the gift that literally keeps on giving.
There you go.
Yeah. What else did I get? I got the steak from my brother-in-law. That was really good. What about y'all? Did y'all get? I mean, I don't want to make this all about me.
I got some new pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice. Good
Nice.
pants.
Stretchy.
Stretchy. Gusseted.
Okay.
You know.
I feel like stretchy's kind of in now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a new gun.
Really?
Yes.
What'd you get?
Got the Springfield Hellcat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You shoot a lot?
Getting back into it a little more.
Okay. Is there a good place around here to go shooting?
So I live in Humble. So I've got Shoot Point Blank near the house.
Okay.
And Carter's is close.
Okay. Do you shoot at all?
I used to a lot, but not really anymore.
Okay. It's fun, right?
It is fun. I sold a lot of my earthly possessions whenever I went to school. I
Okay.
needed extra money.
So you're like a beer nomad.
Basically, yeah. I do have a house, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, there's that. So not so nomadic.
Yeah.
More like just in a house with not a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't downgraded to a van yet?
Not yet. My girlfriend and Kat might be a little upset about that.
Oh yeah. Cats, they just need like a post, like with the little hole at the top with the cat house thing.
Little tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could probably fit that in a van.
Yeah.
You can make room.
Definitely.
But I don't think of cats as being real like travel like enthusiasts.
This one's not.
No.
That's for sure.
Like dogs hit or miss, right? Some dogs love it. My dog's not so much. They like when we get where we're going, but in the middle, yeah, they're not big on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did we get to this point?
I-
What's your cat's name?
Barley.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when she was adopted, her name was Carly.
Uh-huh.
So
That's
that's
close.
a dumb name for a cat. So we're like, what else? It was she was my dad's cat for a while, and she was Harley at that point. And then my girlfriend and I took possession of her, and or I guess she took possession of us.
Aw.
Yeah. And now she's Barley for the rest of her life.
Okay. I don't think cats, they don't enunciate all that much.
No.
So they probably, she's
It all sounds the same.
probably fine.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably fine. Do you have any pets?
2 dogs.
Okay. What kind of dogs?
They are
We're going deep.
mixes of, yeah, they say lab mixes.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of the generic
Yeah.
adoption
Like,
mix.
Okay. Like from a rescue or something?
Yeah.
That's where we got our
Yeah.
dogs.
It's like,
We got used dogs as well.
why pay full price?
Yeah, no. Yeah, and they say like poodle mix or whatever. He's Tibetan Terrier mix. It's like, I don't. Okay.
Somebody asked recently what kind of cat Barley is. Is it a brown cat?
Yeah. Are there types
House
of
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not types. All cats are just cats.
Yeah.
They're like white, gray, black and white, or some other color.
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's only in cartoons, though, right? Are there real orange cats?
I think they're kind of orange, basically, right?
Yeah, there's one that kind of roams around our neighborhood. That's
Okay.
orange.
Orange.
That's,
Yeah.
who knew? I guess you guys did. Maybe I just don't know that much. Maybe I should learn more about cats.
Yeah.
Okay. Some breweries I go into, they have like brewery dogs or cats. Do you ever bring the dogs up to the brewery?
No, haven't had them
No.
up here.
We don't have a mice problem, luckily, so we don't need cats.
Okay.
I'd love to have a brewery cat, though.
Yeah. Are there any interesting characters that walk around the downtown Conroe area that visit y'all all the time? Like,
Yeah. I mean, the owner of Corner Pub, he's considered the godfather of downtown Conroe,
Okay.
Rodney Poole.
That's cool.
He comes in, he drinks Old Town.
nice.
That's it.
That's it.
He's never even tried anything else.
I respect that.
Yeah, he's tried it once and he's stuck on it.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He probably did. He marry the first girl he met? Like the first girl he ever dated?
most likely.
Yeah. They're still together.
How sweet.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's a great story.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
No, he was instrumental in getting Montgomery County from a dry county to where it could sell alcohol now.
Really?
Yeah.
When was it dry?
I think
Is it early 2000?
Yeah, 2001, 2002.
Okay.
I know the day after the law changed, Corner Pub opened. So kind of funny how that happened.
Wow. I mean, things just have a way of working themselves out that way.
Yeah.
I think that's cool, though. Where I grew up, there's a lot of dry. Actually, the county I grew up in is still a dry county, sort of, kind of dry county. Like
Yeah.
A lot of private clubs, like the Outback Steakhouse.
Right.
Or Ruby Tuesdays. You know, those kind of
Yeah.
private clubs that you want to go hang out.
Like, you been here before? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was Molly's in Kingwood.
Yep.
Was in just the right spot to where it was a private club.
Yeah. Swipe your ID.
Yep.
Part of the Heights was a dry area
Yeah.
until
The, Heights proper area.
yeah, just until like 10 minutes ago, right? Didn't it go? It went wet, I think.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
HEB.
Yeah. That's something. Yeah. HEB, your local neighborhood lobbyist.
Yeah.
Yeah. HEB does good. That's the thing. That's how you know how far we've come with craft beer here in the Houston area, Conroe, Cypress. You go to HEB. It used to be 2 craft beers, maybe
Right.
3.
St. Arnold,
Maybe.
Carbach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even before Carbach, it was like there's some St. Arnold. There's like 3 St. Arnolds, maybe. And then maybe some Sam Adams or something.
Right. Yeah.
Sierra Nevada.
It's very,
Stone.
Yeah.
Deschutes.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And now, I spend so much time on that aisle. I'm like, what am I taking home today?
Right.
You have to go through all that. What mood am I in? What mood am I going to be in later? What haven't I tried?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's something new. I've got to consider all this. Take a survey with all the people around me. They don't help typically.
No.
Like, I'm just here for some Miller Lite. I'm like, you can do better than that. So anyway, but it gets better. Shall we try one more?
Sure.
Y'all have like any work you need to do today? Can we? No. All right. We'll try one more. We'll do a little like pause-a-rooney here.
Yeah.
They'll never know we're gone. Except for that I said it every single time, right? All right.
Cut.
All right, one more time. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, leave a review, 5-star review. If you like the show, all that stuff helps more people get to hear this show. Or tell a friend. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you for all your support. Back to the episode now.
Okay. Hello. We're back. The patio is getting set up.
Yeah.
We are on the cusp of Friday at the brewery for all the patrons to come in and enjoy and close out their work week. Actually, it's a little crispy outside, like many of your beers.
Yeah.
It's crispy, but then you also have the option of coming inside and being a little more malty, warm, I guess. One thing I find that goes well with cool weather is hoppy beers, right?
Yeah.
For something like when I've been skiing, well, I've been to places that have skiing. I've skied once, and I won't do it again. Or I attempted to ski, and for all the people who would be around me if I attempted again, for their safety, I will not do it again. But the best part was when it was in Taos, New Mexico, and Taos Mesa Brewing has a tap room right there on the mountain, like at the ski lodge.
That's cool.
So you can just, when you get halfway down, stop off and have a beer, and then just stay there, and then just ride the old thing, whatever that thing is, the lift down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I recommend.
Yeah.
But anyway, the hoppy beers went great with the snowy, crispy kind of weather.
Could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of hoppy, we got one called Crispr.
Yeah.
Now, what do we know about CRISPR? It's splicing of genes. Like
Yes.
Bioengineering, gene editing, things that just, are certain to work and turn out exactly how you thought they would every single time.
Yeah.
So,
A little Jurassic Park inspired beer.
yeah, I try to channel my inner Jeff Goldblum regularly, right? So when you made this beer, you knew you could, and then you thought,
Should we?
should you?
Yeah. I definitely thought that multiple times.
Well, you should have, because, okay, let's go to your camera. Take 3. 3, there you go. Look at that. It's almost like you could drink it right there.
Yeah.
There. What does it smell? What's the aroma on this beer?
Good.
That was a little camera magic. He didn't actually have his nose in my beer. Anyway, let's talk about Crispr. The description on your menu says bioengineered cold IPA.
Right.
It's almost like all the elements we just talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's two novel, I guess, ideas put into one beer. The first one being a cold IPA.
What does that mean?
So it's a style that's just gaining popularity out of the Pacific Northwest. A brewery up there named Wayfinder started with the style. It's basically an adjuncted lager IPA.
Okay.
So similar to an IPL, but instead of like most IPLs of the past with your, crystal malt and more of a malty character, it uses an adjunct in it, ours being like 25% corn.
Oh.
So it lightens the body up, and then it's hopped aggressively. It's got bitterness to it, not like a hazy IPA.
No. It's got like a there's definitely like a crisp, like a bite to it. Like I describe it as
right.
Like it bites back a little bit.
Yeah,
I like it.
And then the other part is the bioengineered part. So we used a thiolized yeast strain.
Okay.
That was gene edited.
Okay.
Fermented it with that. It's a lager strain that's not currently available on the market. It's produced by, I don't know if I can say it. It's produced by Omega.
Okay.
They make an ale strain right now, Cosmic Punch.
Yes.
That's thiolized. And this is the lager one that they'll be coming out with probably this year at some point.
So only in this glass, in that tank, and in my stomach right now are the places you can get this yeast.
Yeah, I think they've sent it to a couple.
I've seen a couple other breweries say
Like-
that they have it as well.
Just like a research and development thing, but it's not something you can just
walk into.
Get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the yeast getting place.
Well, you had to call and talk to the owner and make a special request.
Right.
What are you guys drinking? Y'all have a
brown porter.
Okay, that looks good too.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying. That's the problem with people getting different types of beer. Like, I wonder what that one tastes like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna really enjoy beers are best enjoyed without the view of other beers, right? Because you get beer envy no matter what. That one looks good too.
Definitely.
I mean, this one's really good. So if you can just sit here and just focus on it, typical guy kind of thing, right? Just focus on be happy with what's in front of you.
And ours is over here in a big mug.
Yeah, those mugs are great. Dimpled, just a dimpled. What do you call that? Just a mug.
Tubinger.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right
branded
Czech pronciation
with
Tubinger.
the fancy Fass logo on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Fass on mine too, but yours has dimples, like Mario Lopez, aka AC Slater.
Yeah.
Killer dimples. He's on the new Saved by the Bell. Are y'all Saved by the Bell fans from back in the day?
There's a new.
He's now the principal.
They're doing that with all the new ones, right?
Right.
Like
they did Fuller House.
Yeah, they took the Full House model and
duplicated
that with the new Saved by the Bell, which makes sense. His whatever career he had as a dancer or a wrestler or whatever, AC Slater didn't pan out, so he ended up back at what was it, Bayside?
Yeah,
at Bayside.
Man, nostalgia works, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I don't know if Kelly Kapowski she's a Houstonite, part of the time anyway. Oh. Tiffany Thiessen. Oh. Yeah, legend. Rumor has it. I've never seen her here.
Yeah,
but I haven't gone on a search. Used to be a big Tiffany when it was Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I was a big Tiffany Amber Thiessen fan. And then even in the college years, do y'all have a favorite Saved by the Bell episode?
I'm not old enough to know.
I feel like it was on syndication for about 45 years.
It seemed like it, yeah.
Like every channel, after school.
Well, then I'm not cool enough. How about that?
You were watching Power Rangers or something like that.
Yeah. In my tidy whities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What after school shoot? Because they always had, it was like Saved by the Bell and Brady Bunch and Flintstones. That was what was on after school.
Boy Meets World.
Okay, that was in syndication.
My era, I think. Yeah.
I remember when that was on TGIF or whatever, or some night, Wednesday nights. They did a new one of those too. They did Girl Meets World.
Really? Oh yeah. I'm a movie person. I'm not so much a TV person. Okay. So yeah.
Erin, did you have a show?
No, not really.
The tween years.
Because I was always in sports, so we
Okay.
always had practice after school.
Yeah. Okay.
And then,
Yeah. So no, like, well, what about before that? Like elementary school. Like, for me, it's like Teenage
elementary
Mutant Ninja
school
Turtles.
was Turtles. Because I was kind of like, so my brother's 9 years younger than me, so he was into like Barney and so luckily I missed that part.
Yeah.
And got Ninja Turtles, which is coming back as well.
Yeah. I'm glad you called it Turtles. That's what we called it. Just Turtles. Everybody knew. It's like, we're gonna watch Turtles.
That's too many words.
Yeah.
Try to say TMNT.
No.
Nah, that's not working.
Yeah. Even though there was that song. Who did that song with the movie? You remember the original like live action movie? It was dark. You know, the whole like the lighting is dark.
We watched the second one because my son doesn't know the order of movies yet.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I want to watch that one. And it was 2 of the live action.
Yeah. The Secret of the Ooze.
Yes.
Okay. Not as good as the original.
No.
It didn't hold up. The original was like it was really good.
Yeah.
It spoke to a lot of like the ills of society. Like there was deeper meanings in that movie. Anyway.
The sewer is a metaphor.
Yeah. The ooze, it's all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it. Pizza. The Foot Clan. It was very deep. Like underground. Like sewer. Anyway. Most places don't have sewers though. Growing up in Arkansas, we didn't have sewers. Just manhole covers that didn't go anywhere really underneath it. It's disappointing. Anyway.
Just ditches.
Yeah, that's all we had ditches.
Yeah.
Not the same.
No.
Works
There's
out.
turtles in ditches, though.
There are. There are. But you can't skateboard in a ditch, really.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like this beer.
Thank you.
You said it's one of those like you're right. I've not had a beer like this.
It's pretty unique.
I like the bite
It's,
on it. Like it's
It's polarizing.
yeah.
Yeah. Typically I like things that are seen as divisive, whether it's movies or music or any other, sort of consumable product.
What's a movie that's like? Give an example. What's a movie you like that a lot of people are like? Are like mainstream.
I watch a lot of like B-movie trash, like shot on video type stuff. So a lot of the things that I like,
Like,
grindhouse stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like bad horror movies.
definitely.
Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the worse acting, the better. Did you ever see? I don't know if this is considered. I think it's like Hatchet. The Hatchet series. Have you seen those?
No.
It's about this guy named what's his name? Somebody is yelling at their phone right now. Anyway, he's basically like a redneck bayou, like Jason, but he lives in the bayou.
Okay.
Crowley. Anyway, really cheesy. Shot in New Orleans. Looked like on somebody's phone or something.
Yeah.
And the guy from Candyman makes a cameo.
So it's one of those like hillbilly exploitation,
a little bit, yeah.
Texas Chainsaw inspired, or Hills Have Eyes inspired, sort
a
of
little
thing.
bit, yeah. Very New Orleans based.
Okay.
Like think of Friday the 13th, but with Rue. Like they started with a Rue, and then it's Rue based.
Everything's purple and green.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There you go. Exactly. I recommend it. I think it's on Amazon.
Okay.
Just a stream. If you
Check
got,
it out.
If you got Prime. There's like I think 3 or 4 of them. Crowley. Something Crowley. Is the third one is like because there's Hatchet 1, Hatchet 2.
Crowley's Revenge.
Something like
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives out in the swamp. And if you go out there, he murders you. Which spoiler alert, sorry. I should
Oh yeah. There's a murderer in a slasher movie.
Yeah. Anyway. It's bad. I think it's so bad I think you'd like it.
Okay. I typically like Blood Hook was one I watched recently.
Okay.
It's a fishing camp, but there's a slasher. There's a murderer running around killing people with various hooks and rods and things.
Deep sea fishing or like pond, like he needs a
No, it's like a sleepaway camp inspired sort of thing. Yeah.
So like
They're on a
bass
lake.
fishing, so he needs like a lot of hooks.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's
treble hooks and
those are they just hurt when you like go to the tackle box to pick them up. And he doesn't actually kill people. He just like snags their fingers. He's that guy. The barbed hooks.
Yeah, it's a cross between Sleepaway Camp and Hellraiser. The hooks and the.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. So okay. A little more aggressive, a little darker.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Erin, do you have a favorite horror movie? Series?
Man, not really.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen a movie.
Did you see the new Halloween?
No, I didn't.
Pretty good. I mean, if you like the last new Halloween, the 2018 Halloween,
Yeah.
it, falls right into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could be into it.
That's my review. It's worth watching.
Dune, though.
Yeah? No? I don't.
Dune? You haven't seen it? Oh, man. Well, cut that part out.
Will not. We'll leave it in and let everybody comment on how much they loved or hated Dune.
It's so good.
Is it?
So good.
Okay. Are you a Dune fan?
I'm not.
You guys suck.
Not the first time I've been told that on the podcast. I'm trying to think what else has come out that. Yeah, I don't know. That's about
Speaking of sucking, The Matrix,
Oh,
the new
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
that's all I'll say.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. I think 2 and 3 were unnecessary as well.
Yeah.
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 Stop it. Like, I didn't even let my daughters watch the sequels. I was like, you want to see a
It
movie?
ruins it.
Yeah, you want to see a movie that'll blow your mind? And the first one holds up pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it really does.
Other than the old phones. But, like, that was, like, the technology advanced.
It's part of the charm.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they had, like, this new one, they tried to integrate new technology.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, just go back.
Mm-hmm.
Just act like that doesn't exist. That was kind of like the whole thing.
The Animatrix, though.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah, that was cool. Oop, too much nodding there. Okay, so as we get ready to open up for the day, and I'll let you guys actually do some work, the future for Fass, what do you look forward to in 2022 and beyond? Do you have any, like, goals out there on the horizon that you're aiming the Fass pirate ship towards?
I mean, I think my main goal would be 300 barrels this year. Mm-hmm. That'd be nice. Getting into some distribution.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going to say is the distribution.
Yeah.
Just trying to get our name out there a little more.
Okay.
Bring people to Conroe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. I think we're on the tail end of this whole COVID thing. I think we're up here, I would imagine even more so than other spots, right? Good Conroe. Way to go. That you've opened up in the middle of all of this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty amazing to see that. And so, good on you. And it'll just be interesting to see how that, like, you're not, how do I put this in a accurate yet still gracious way to the other breweries? You're not weighed down to, like, how life was beforehand.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, oh, I remember it was this before. If we can get, like, and now there might be the temptation to try to get back to that. But I don't know that there ever will be a back to that. It's kind of like I don't know. Who knows? If I knew that, I guess I could make a lot of money. Like,
So I was gonna say, like, we thought we opened up at the end of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out we opened up in the middle.
Yeah. I think we're.
Yeah, it's on the way out.
It's done.
For sure.
In Conroe, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't open up with any restrictions or any, for Conroe we were after that.
Yeah.
Right.
They're trying to. It's done.
Yeah.
Let's all just agree. I feel like people can agree.
Yeah.
Some people can agree. Come try the beer and you'll agree.
Definitely.
There you
You know?
Yeah.
You just have to go do it. All right. Was there any last thing, anything you want to tell the people until your next episode, which hopefully is not too long from now? We can do another episode whenever y'all want. But what do you want to tell the people?
I mean, I think to anyone that's checked us out already, thank you.
Yeah.
Obviously, that means a lot to us as the owners and brewers here. Like, it means a lot that people come out and drink our beer and check out our place. Like, so thank you. I think that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and come check out downtown Conroe.
Yeah.
I think people come up here and they're surprised with what's around.
Definitely.
Yeah. It is a surprise. It's a happy surprise.
Yes.
So I think we've said it numerous times. But yeah. And they still have some of the Christmas stuff up. So if you like that, I see that one candy cane over there.
Yeah.
I think it's like the last little piece of Christmas. So come get it. right? What are the 12 days? I think the 12 days of Christmas, we're just now hitting the end of it. Something Orthodox Christmas, something.
Not sure.
Yeah, they lit the Christmas tree on November 30th. So we've had 45 days of Christmas.
It's been
or
a
so.
long Christmas.
Yeah, okay. Put that away.
We just took our decorations down.
Yeah. All right. Well, people are coming in. Oh, yeah. There you go. Hey, come on in. We're open. Happy Friday. There we go. All right. That's a good segue to the end of the show.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So we'll wrap there. So
Guys, the party's starting.
there we go. So for Erin and Dylan, I'm Josh. We're on the Wide Shot. Thanks, everybody. Come to Fass in Conroe, and we'll see you soon on the next episode of InterBrews and here at Fass Brewing. Toodaloos. Yeah. Toodaloos.
This is InterBrews.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.